Hi everybody, this is Mars to you with this week's Ascendant Challenge. And this week's Ascendant Challenge we're going to be doing at the overlook's edge, the garden grows onward, Tolan the Shattered. So a couple of things first to go through. I'm going to show you how to get there here, but what I ended up doing was loading up first on my heavy. I decided to run it on my Titan this week since I've been doing this on my Hunter and on my Warlock as well, but I would first load up on Heavy. Sleeper Stimulant works great in this because you will be dealing with 3 knights. And then you're going to want to have a little bit higher mobility. Aside from that, there's really not that much of a jumping puzzle. You'll have to jump around to get away from ads. But hopefully for those that aren't familiar with how to get to the garden here, this might help you out. Now, another thing that I kind of recommend that you do is you set up a pretty strong pulse rifle or a auto rifle or whatever you're really the most comfortable with. So here we are at the Gardens of Ascilla, and I'm going to show you here where exactly we're located on the map, which is right down here. And we're going to drink our tincture. And then moving forward here, we're going to actually go up to the portal here. So the portal is almost immediately within the garden, so you could actually pretty easily run right past it. It's right over that outcropping there, and you can see it right there. So we're going to go inside here, and the first thing you're going to notice is you're going to see that there are 3 orbs. Those are the 3 orbs that we're going to want to grab and actually slam. You don't have to worry about the blights. At this point in time, you really don't even have to worry about the ads. What I would highly recommend that you do is that once you see those orbs, you kind of take a mental picture of where it's at, and then we're going to be jumping around grabbing those orbs and trying to stay away from the 3 knights. So here I grabbed 1 orb. I decided to run away from the ads, and they seem to spawn generally in wherever place you're at. So if you go the opposite orb every time, you'll run into less ads. So go to the furthest one each time you grab one. Now you'll notice the blights here, and they have that round circular part to them. Right there, you see right there on the left. They will slow your momentum down. So here I'm going to get to the middle where that outcropping is and slam the first orb. And now I'm going for the furthest orb again for the second time. Trying to avoid the knights, trying to avoid those blights because I don't want to slow down. Grabbing the second orb. Staying away from the knight. Careful of getting blasted off too. Some of these you won't be able to avoid, but the blights, but for the most part you can do a pretty good job of getting around them. So I'm slabbing the second orb here in a second, which actually does clear out some of the ads too, which is kind of nice. And now I'm going for the third orb. So unfortunately, there's no way to escape getting into that Blight's area. I'm down to my last orb. So at this point in time, I'm thinking, okay, after I slam, there are some trees there, and I can always go and stay in the trees. Get in the trees and then kill the 3 knights that are there. The problem with that, and you'll see this in a moment, is the adds, as well as the phalanxes, try to shoot up at you. I got rid of some of them. So the strategy worked somewhat, sitting in the tree, but it didn't work for too long because I kept getting knocked out. So here I'm going in, slamming the last orb. I pop my super, and I start clearing out the adds that are immediately around me. And I'm noticing that it's really not doing that big of a job here, but at least it cleared some of them out. So now I'm trying to get into the trees, knowing full well that the adds are respawning. And again, I got knocked out. Knocked out again. I go to another tree. Phalanxes keep shooting at me. So I had a bit of a second here, and I'm shooting the one with the least amount of health. One's down. There's a phalanx. Shoots me out again. Okay, so at this point in time, I'm thinking the tree strategy really isn't working. But the map's pretty big. So what I tended to try to do at this point in time is just shoot them at a distance. It does stagger them using the sleeper simulant, so if you do have that, that's probably your best bet. And again, I'm just trying to get some distance between these guys. Adds I'm not as worried about. I'm more worried about the knights slamming at this point in time. Probably could have gotten into one of those other pillars. Again, I'm trying to get some health back here. There's one of them. Took the second one out, so now I'm down to my last knight here that I have to contend with. And he's just standing there right in front of me. Got knocked out of the tree again. So again, it's important at this to go ahead and load up on heavy. Now I thought I took the knight out there, but the adds are still there. And typically with previous Ascendant challenges, then the adds seem to disappear once you take the knight out. So I'm running around waiting for him to show back up, so I can get one more shot at him, and there he is. And there he goes. And now all the rest of the adds end up disappearing. So your best bet is trying to probably run around in this and just shoot from a distance if possible. I hope this helped everybody out, and everybody have a good week. Have fun with the Ascendant challenges. Take care, everybody.